This may be the craziest request we've ever had. All right, while I get started working on these, I'm gonna let Trent read the letter. So Trent, go ahead and read the letter to what this guy wrote.
Trenton and Heath, I'm a big fan of your work and I've been watching your videos for a while now. I have an odd request that I'm hoping you guys can help me with. That's never good. I'm a dune inspector for many of the beaches in South Alabama. It's my job to make sure the native grasses and sand dunes are not being tampered with. OSHA requires that we wear steel-toed footwear due to some of the tools we use, but as you guys know, it's hot and humid down here in the summers and the sand gets in my boots. Is there any chance that all you boys could help me with some flip-flops with steel toes? I know it's a crazy request, but having seen y'all's work, I know you can do it. Thanks, fellas. Larry T. Beauregard. Wow.
Made USA. All right, so this is a pair of boots that Larry sent in, and I guess these are the ones that he normally works in, and so we're gonna incorporate these into the new creation. They don't even appear to be Goodyear welted. They look like it from the top, but not once you pull it apart. Jeez. Where's Rose Anvil and his saw when you need it? All right, so we have got the composite toe, we have mounted it onto the sandal, and now it's time to get some straps on this thing. I know it looks crazy, stick with us. If you made it this far, it's only gonna get better. Now let's talk about the straps. It is also made out of the same type of leather. We thought it was a close match, but we have put a military grade box stitch on here because we don't want this thing coming apart when he's working. Let's get these things mounted on.
So the last thing that we showed you guys where we were talking about the straps. Well, we went ahead, skipped ahead a bit, and the straps are now onto the flip-flop. And what we did is we went ahead and stitched them there to give a little extra reinforcement. They're glued down on this piece. And now we went ahead and glued on the gimming, and we're going to attach the storm welt now, which we've got here. So I went ahead and stained the welt, and now we're going to go ahead and attach that to the flip-flop, and that'll give a really nice hold onto the final sole. So let's get started on this. So guys, as you can see on here, we're already utilizing our very soft, shock absorbent, southern polished midsoles for this flop. But since it does have a welt, we do have to add some extra cork, so it's hot cork time.
We're not fooling around with double row stitching.
So the original plan for these was to put on the Vibram Montagnas. Now these are solid rubber and they're really heavy. I thought, you know what, it's a flip-flop sandal that Larry's wanting for work. So instead of putting something so heavy on, I contacted him and I said, hey, why don't you choose to go with the Vibram 528? It looks very similar in pattern. It has a lot of great grip to it, but it's more of like a crepe type sole, and it is much lighter than the Vibram Montagna. So that is what we're going to go with on this pair of sandals. This pair of custom sandals, flip-flops, is complete. Now, it was interesting. We enjoyed this one. But before we show you guys the final product, this is it. This is the day so many of you have been waiting for. You've been asking us for months, when are these flip-flop sandals that you guys, came up with, when are they going to be released? Now, guys, remember, we used to make these sandals for men, and they were made down in Mexico, and a whole lot of stuff happened during COVID, factories down there, it didn't work out. And we heard many of your comments saying, bring them back to the US, that would be fantastic. Well, it's not as easy as that, but we made it work. So all of our sandals for our men are available on our website, southernpolish.com today. And guys, for the next 3 days, today, Sunday, Monday, you get 10% off of any of our sandals. So make sure you check us out. Again, guys, this was a massive undertaking for us. It is not as easy as it sounds. And most of these, the components are made in St. Louis, but they are all put together here in our facility.
Leather from Milwaukee. Yeah,
leathers from Milwaukee, all the components here. So guys, we'd love it if you'd really support us. It was a massive undertaking for us, and whether you want to buy a gift card for $15 or a pair of sandals or get some for your neighbors or whatever it is, please check us out and
show us some love.
Show us some love. We would really, really appreciate it. It would mean a lot to us. Okay, I know I said a lot. So let's talk about Mr. Buford's customized flip-flops.
So obviously, Mr. Buford's sandals are not our sandals. These were custom. But you got to remember, this man, he has a very important job. Mm-hmm. He keeps the dunes. Those dunes are gone. The storm surges come in, and it can do a lot of damage. The habitat, he's keeping it real.
Yes,
All
it's
right.
an important job.
OSHA requires a little bit of safety measures, and he can't wear one of our regular flip-flops.
Yep.
So we had to go customize. He sent us this pair of boots. He wants those steel toes, OSHA compliant. Mm-hmm. And that's what we did. We went all out.
Yeah.
We put the steel toes on there.
Yeah. I mean, so now tools can hit it.
That's it.
Rocks can hit it. If crabs try to nibble his feet, he is protected.
Military grade stitching on the straps. Mm-hmm. We put storm welts around this because, when you're on the beach, you have to deal with storm surges sometimes. So we had to have that welt to keep that water out.
Yep.
He has to have some grip. So we went with the a Vibram treaded sole, mm-hmm. not the Montagna. It was a little too heavy, and we wanted it to still be a sandal. So we went with the 528. It was a little bit more of a crepe material, a little softer, a little lighter, a little more comfortable.
Yep.
Put some cork in there because we know you love hot cork. So we did that just for you.
We left the shank out.
We did. We did not put a shank in there because if you put a shank in there, it could really hinder, and it could take the flip out of the flop, and we can't do that. So it's got to have some spring to it. So
I think that's about it.
I think
I'm anxious to send these off to Mr. Buford. I hope this takes care of the problem that he's going to have. Again, South Alabama, very hot and humid this time of year. I hope this takes care of the problem. Anyways, guys, again, check us out, southernpolish.com this weekend through Monday. Grab a pair of flip-flops, grab a pair of sandals, whatever you want to call them, 10% off. I hope you all have a wonderful Saturday and an amazing April Fool's Day. And until next time, y'all have a good one.